Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wildflower Garden Tarot. Today, I thought, yesterday we had, and it just came about naturally, we had a really powerful, most excellent reading for the Divine Masculine. And a lot about the Divine Feminine, but I wanted to do a reading today geared specifically towards the Divine Feminine. And so I pulled out the Goddess Power Oracle deck. This is from Hay House, and it's really beautiful. I really love this deck. So, I'm just going to pull this. Excuse my hand here for a second. And you can see. Sorry. There. Is that better? That's better. Okay. So, here we are. Goddess Power Oracle deck. Okay, so I want to see what's going on with us chicks. And again, this isn't like based on our sex, right? It's like the energy. Oh, that's interesting. Spirit's just kind of chatting with me all the time. So they say like tomorrow I should do one like to get the overall, because the Gypsy 3 card is based on the Lover's card, but it's based on the energy of intention of Spirit for us, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. So that's what I'll do tomorrow. Also, I will be doing a live tonight, but I'm going to go a little later, probably like 8 or so. But I mean, if you're subscribed, that's why you should hit that subscribe button, because you'll get a little notification when I decide to do it. And I'm thinking about changing it from Friday. I might choose a different day, or I might just start doing them, when it works out, instead of having things so regimented. Because sometimes Spirit's like, well, you should do one, and I'll be like, yeah, but it's not Friday, and they're not expecting it, and then, like, last Friday, I ended up, because I'm an intuitive healer, and I traveled, and I was working on a bunch of people, and we were just having a good old time on one of our First Nations reserves here. We just had the best time, but I didn't get back in time to do my live readings. So, if you're interested in those live readings, I think those might be more random. So hit the subscribe button. And in the live readings, because my connection is kind of shitty and slow, I will be doing a general collective reading of some sort. And during that is your time to, in the comments, send me a request, like for a yes or no reading. And I'll go into a little bit of depth with that. And that's free, right? So that's a free... okay, nice. So, I'm just going to see if there's anything else here interesting about what's going on for the Divine Feminines. I'm just feeling like the Divine Feminines are really leveling up, and it's not so much about romance as it is about being reborn. About getting our shit together and figuring out who we are. Okay. So this is what's come out. This is really interesting. Because remember, I'm one of you. This is the card from the cover. Potential. Isis. Rebirth. And she came out, as I was saying, the Divine Feminines were not as much interested in romance per se as we are in developing who we are, so that we're okay, more than okay, no matter what. And patterns. Ellen of the Ways. To me, this is picking up a bit of a Queen of Swords kind of energy, right? All right, I'm just going to go to the book and see what messages we have very briefly. Haha. Okay, so the goddess Ceridian, sorry, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. The goddess Ceridwen comes to remind you that it's time to course correct. Your alignment task is to turn around by releasing judgment towards yourself and others by reclaiming those dreams you seem to have lost. Right? Your dreams and cherished desires are important to the divine. And as I was reading that, Spirit said to me, they're not just important to the divine. They were given to you by the divine. And, you know, we're expected to honor that, right? So, I mean, to do that, we need to let part of our weak selves die. The pleaser, the, okay, honey, whatever, I guess, right? We need to let that go and find our own power and course correct. Yeah, I don't even need the book for that. Course correct. And to become this warrior. I am going to look that up because I'm curious. Because the look in her eyes is fierce. So this is the same, okay? And in other ways. Familiar patterns show up when you fall asleep at the wheel of your life. Yeah, okay, this is what I was going to say. In Saskatchewan, I'm in rural Saskatchewan, we have a lot of gravel roads. But I mean, even if you live in a city or whatever, you know what it's like. You know, even like on an older street or wherever, you'll see a track, right? That's been made by constantly traveling that same track. And it can be really hard to get out of those ruts. And sometimes you steer out of those ruts and then you get pulled back in, but eventually you need to create a new track for yourself. Then you get that look in your eyes. It's just like, I got this. Yes. Okay? I am woman, hear me roar. Okay? So I think we're thinking more about that than actual, like, we're not thinking as much about romance, but a lot of the divine feminines are currently single because we've either left toxic relationships recently, or we have been in a process for a while of some of you have been raised by a narcissistic mother. So you are a very strong woman. Oh, okay. Okay. Some of us have been raised by a narcissistic mother who was raised by an even more narcissistic mother. But we're course correcting. We're the ones that will break the cycle. Okay? Because while we have some frustration towards our mothers, we know that they were better to us, as bad as it was, we know that they were better to us than their mothers were to them. And God only knows about going back. And so that is a really strong pattern. That is a really strong rut. Family rut, because we learn how to be. And when we're raised by a narcissistic mother as women, our instinct is to just make everything easy. like to please that person. And then you end up in relationships with a person who is the same. So as we course correct and change our patterns, we attract to us somebody who is different. Somebody, you know, if we empower ourselves and we become the powerful female beings that we're meant to be, and we change our pattern and we create our own roads, and then we're leveled up and we're empowered and we're strong, and we can say no, and we can say, you know what, this doesn't feel right for me, so I'm going over here. And, you know, naturally, when we become that empowered and that leveled up, what isn't right for us just falls to the wayside. But what is right for us comes in or stays, including romance. So, I mean, we're still women. We still have feelings, right? We still have, you know, our human desires. It's just that part of us is still like, fuck no, like I'm doing pretty good here on my own. But Spirit is just saying, like, this is the time for you to, yes, to consider the divine masculine that you figure might be out there. You might have 2 or 3. So this energy is where we need to be at, right? It's like, I'm watching you though. No sudden moves. No sudden moves. I'm watching for tricks, right? No sudden moves. So, Spirit, what have we got coming in romantically? Or do we have something coming in romantically? Or do we just work on ourselves? What's going on? You know what? They might not even pull out from this. They might not send me anything. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to do 3 and then I'll put this away. Nothing comes out. 1, 2. Whoops. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay? This is the message that they want. This isn't to say that romance isn't coming in, but it is to say that Spirit is telling you, I'm going to do a quick yes or no. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to do a real quick yes or no. No. Okay, sorry, I'm not. See, I get, there's a Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, which Spirit drew my attention to. The seasons are changing, right? So the seasons have been changing for a bit for you. In this Wheel of Fortune, in this deck, I love this deck. I don't use it as much as I should. It's the Green Witch Tarot by Anne Mora. I really love this. It's my first deck that I ever got. And because it's really earthy, I'm really earthy, and I'm really like kind of kin towards medieval kind of sensibilities. So this shows you're in the middle of this cycle that you're in. This is a really healing cycle, but it's pointed at Yule. So this is the end of the year. This is the end of you're coming towards, like, you're wrapping things up here where you're going to be fairly soon ready for the masculine to come in. Okay, just gonna put that over there because I don't always take the bottom deck, but yeah, there's a 10 of Wands and it showed itself to me too. So yeah, you're just coming to the end of this cycle. Like, you've been carrying these sticks and carrying these sticks, but now you're like, see ya. But also hi. Like, I'm okay here. I got my shit together. Like, look at the freedom in that. See her face? Do you see her face? Say hi. But this is both like see you and welcome. So where we come to a place where we're not as guarded and defiant, but more comfortable in who we are. That we can accept what's coming in without wondering what's the catch. Okay? Alright, what's going on right now with the Divine Feminine? What have we got going on for Divine Feminine currently? Spirit? Oh, Ace of Wands, new beginnings. So there's the 10 of Wands, right? So you're thinking about where you're going next. Am I ready? Am I ready? So you have it has a feeling of autumns, right? So I'm thinking, you know, this is coming in like soon. This is coming in soon. I'm just going to check this. This is coming in soon for you. Let's just see. Now, isn't that funny? Okay, sorry. Now, I read this as a 10 of Wands, and it's a 2 of Wands, which makes more sense. And then we get the Ace of Wands for what's going on. So in this book, yeah, this is welcoming in, saying goodbye to the old and welcoming the new, seeking fulfillment, determination, sense of one's own power to achieve, ready for new ventures. Whereas the Ace of Wands is, yeah, preparing for a new phase. So you're building, you know, you've steered your vehicle out of the ruts. And it's been a bit of a bumpy ride, like on a gravel road. Just Google, if you haven't been on a gravel road, just like YouTube gravel road driving, or like, you know, if you have no concept of what a gravel road is. But here, like, and my son's just learning to drive, so you get new gravel on this road, and it's like driving on marbles. And there's a path that's worn in that. But sometimes the path isn't in the best place. Like if you're going up a hill on a grade road, you can't see who's coming towards you. The path is often in the middle of the road. That's not safe, because there's could be another car coming in the middle of the road, and if you meet on the top, boom. So then, like with my son, it's like, no, you need to get out of this rut. So to get out of this track, you know, I tell him, take your foot off the pedal and slow down, so that when you move out of it and into the gravel, you don't start, like, you know, so that, and so he'll do that, and so he's still driving on these marbles, but he's found how to keep it straight. So that's where we are now. Okay, gravel road. Like if you don't know gravel roads, if you're a city person, just Google that. All right, so we're starting fresh. We're ready to go. We're going to. Spirit just says to me, we're coming up into a cycle where we're going to be a little less side-eye, because that's part of our healing, is to trust people first, because that's what's natural. What's natural for normal people is to trust people until they've broken the trust. But for a lot of us, we don't trust people until they've earned it. But when we come into real healing, we let our energy speak for us, right? And we can assume that who we bring in is going to be good until proven not. So yeah, Spirit, just like we're approaching a season in our life where we can be a little bit more relaxed and a little less side-eye. Okay, whew. 4 of Swords. So yeah, just taking her breath, taking her easy on her own, figuring stuff out. This isn't a bad place to be. We've really been through a battle, right? Excuse the horrible manicure. Divine Feminines. What do we need to consider moving forward? Oops. These are coming out in interesting... Yeah, okay. So, like, we just had the Four of Swords. Four of Themes, that's Four of Swords. Followed by the Three of Swords. So, we're coming to a place where we need to maybe move on physically. Or to kind of figure out where our comfort zone is. Do we stay now and fix up what's going on around us, or do we move on? Because we're leveling up to this Queen of Cups. And in this deck, I'm going to read it, because in this deck, the Queen of Cups implies that we are amazing and that we can become less side-eyed because we've taken the rest, because we know what is acceptable to us and what isn't acceptable to us, which is more what this is saying. Is this acceptable or is this not acceptable? Is this worth putting time into or not? Normally we just like, I guess, but now we're like, no, I'll choose. So I'm going to read what this is, because this is really a beautiful card. I consider myself to be that. I even use this for my Facebook, whatever it is. Come on. No. Come on, where's the cups? Where's the cups? Where's the cups? There we are. Chalices, because this is... This is a card. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. I'm just going to read it to you because it's a beautiful message from the book. This is a card of empathy and compassionate nature. One may be vulnerable to sad stories and relate overly to the problems of others. Always having a shoulder for others to cry on can drain your own energy and create distress and worry where none is warranted. This is an inherent warning not to empathize to the point where one in sympathy reveals personal information to another who may use it against them when things are back to normal. It's also a warning to not overreact to minor issues. One knows better but has difficulty controlling the impulse to act against one's own best interest. Like, that's your old rut, right? This is a card. She's holding a hibiscus, which is a flower for psychic awareness, sensitivity, and passion. A crab, the symbol of emotions, sensitivity, and creativity, crawls out of the sea. This is a card for women who are empathetic, sympathetic, good, confident, insightful, artistic, have psychic abilities, are naturally romantic, loving, and their emotions are authentic. So that's who we need to be. We need to come to this place where we can be our full, loving, psychic selves without giving too much to other people. So this is a process to just learn. Are you giving to other people, like in the past, to just get them off your back? Or are you giving to other people, because Spirit has led you to do that, and that it doesn't cost you anything? See, like, this is me giving these readings. I do them for free, right? It doesn't drain me. It empowers me. I love to do it. And that's why, sometimes I'm not on. And why sometimes I'm not going to, my lives might be a little less regular. Because if I'm not feeling it from Spirit, I'm not going to force it. Because then it's not authentic. So this is us coming to a place where we can be a little bit less side-eyed, because our gut you know, we're learning to discern between users and just people, right, that are, how do I put this? The people coming in that can benefit from our psychic awareness and from our gifts are people that aren't takers. They're givers too. They're people that will make it up to us in some way, okay? So what have we got going forward? Oh, okay. They just said, ask about a masculine. Is there a masculine coming in? Tell us about whoa. Okay, I'm not sure what, okay. I'm not going to take those, although I'm just going to tell you that there's a seven of chalices showed up, which is lots of choices. So you might have like lots of people that are kind of buzzing around. Is there a masculine coming in? See, that one did a little hop too, but then it popped in. Can you see? Is there a masculine coming in? Oh, okay. They said do a 3 card. Interesting. Is there a masculine coming in? Oh, I guess because it's yes or no. Is there a masculine coming in today in this season? For these people watching, is there a masculine coming in spirit? Yes, there is. A lot to do with pentacles. So, interesting. There's a masculine coming in who's had his own journey. Huh. Who has given away more than he's brought in. That's what Spirit is saying. Yeah, he's given away to friends and to lovers. Interesting. Okay, tell us more about this masculine. Spirit, tell us more about this masculine. So he is also kind of going through this same process. And we talked about divine masculine yesterday. That might be a different person. I mean, just take these readings how they resonate. Not every reading is for every person. If you're not, okay. All right. This person's watching you. And wanting to come in. He's waiting to come in. Look how happy he is. But he knows that you have been through some stuff too. He's not going to risk coming in until he feels like you're ready. Which is kind of what you're looking for. You're wanting somebody that's not going to push you. I want to make sure you see the cards. Oh, nice. Okay. So this is a really free-spirited person. He's also at a beginning season. And may have a bit of a devil-may-care attitude. He might be kind of a hippie kind of person. He's like you. You're sitting there thinking, I might be alone always because I have these gifts and I really like this woman that I've become. And he's like cool with that. He's looking for a woman like you. He has also been repressed by Spirit just said by a karmic. So he's coming in. He's coming in, and together you two will have yeah, they just told me to go over and cut. They just told me to reach over and cut the romance angels, and I got new love. Huh. And on the bottom is passion. See this long haired hippie freak? So the mask, you have a masculine coming in who has also known, Spirit just said, has also known what it's like to be a free spirit imprisoned, and knows he has been a free spirit who's been imprisoned like you, and understands the relief of release. Right? Okay. What's going on? Okay. What's sorry. What have we got going forward with these two? What have we got going? Spirit just said he's not what you're expecting. He's not what you're expecting. What's going on? He's not your usual type. What's going on with these two? I'm thinking he's artistic. Maybe a musician. What's going on with these two? Oh, calm. I'm going to shuffle 3 times because Spirit just said, no. Let's see if something comes out. And if it doesn't, then we're wrapping it up. Oh. Okay. So, yeah. 2 of Chalices, 2 of Cups coming up. Yeah, I'm not taking this one. 2 of Chalices coming up. This isn't a prediction, but it's an energy. Oh, I just got the chills. It is a soulmate connection. But Spirit said it's more than that. When you meet or when you spend time together, it's a feeling of comfort. You know, you hear people say, I married my best friend. That's this. Okay? That's that. That's that. That's that. Yeah. He has the potential to be the King of Cups. Oh, shoot. Where did it go? Sorry. Because they told me, there we are. They told me to cut it. And then I wasn't listening. Yeah, so he's your counterpart. Yeah. He's your counterpart. Ooh, that was a close one. I almost put that in the deck and they said, no! I just wanted, because I want to take a screenshot of that. Okay? So that's nice. Divine Feminine, you just get out of that rut. You're getting out of it now. It's just that the road's kind of like, you get on those marbles and your footing doesn't seem sure. But it won't take long and you'll find your way in making a new path that others will follow. But on that new path, you're going to find your Divine Masculine. So tomorrow, I'm going to just check or Monday or whenever I do my next reading, I'm going to do what's going on with Spirit. Tonight, whenever I go on, I think it'll be around 8. But subscribe, because, like, you know, and get the little dingy thing if you're interested in these lives, because I'm offering, you know, a free yes or no. And then, I mean, people pay like $100, $200 for these. So that's free. So do that. Just hit the subscribe button. And, you know, I'll talk to you tonight. All right. See you. Bye.